Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKadosh. I'd like to give double honors unto the elder apostles, elders, and CT bishops of Great Millstone, and their elders who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that live amongst the heathen that look like some of those heathen. This is not a black only thing. So shalom to the speckled bird. Peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Akwath that listen and learn in silence. Shalom to the true believers, the true worshipers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. I got a couple minutes before I got to head to the plantation. So I was like, I was watching videos all day, trying to get a topic for a video. And the topic I got an article from watching the beloved elder in Vegas, Karatazar, dealing with the three fighter jets that America shot down, that Kuwait shot down, Slovakia, that Kuwait shot down. So what I was going to do, I'm going to read the article, hit a couple of precepts, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Just showing you we're in the time of prophecy, we're in the time of judgment. And Esau is getting real sloppy in his schemes. 2 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. I'm trying to flow for like 10 minutes because I got to leave. This is from AP News, Associated Press. It says, U.S. says Kuwait mistakenly downed 3 American jets during Iranian attacks. And if you haven't heard or haven't watched the news in a while, United States and Israel are at war with Iran. So basically, World War III has popped off. Or wars or rumors of wars. Like it tells you in Matthew's the 24th chapter, Mark the 13th chapter, and Luke the 21st chapter. I would play the video, but I believe the screen recorder is going to cut off if I play it, so I'm gonna refrain. Let me read a little bit of this. This was published yesterday, March 2nd. It says 3 American fighter jets were mistakenly downed by friendly Kuwaiti fire Monday during an Iranian air assault, the U.S. military said. So U.S. is Slovakia. The U.S. is down in their own military. Crazy. You see? Esau getting sloppy in his work. It says all 6 crew members were safely ejected from the F-15E Strike Eagles and were in stable condition after being recovered, the U.S. said. An attack by Iranian aircraft, missiles, and drones were underway at the time the planes were shot down. Iranian state television claimed that Iran had targeted one of the U.S. planes that crashed in Kuwait without elaborating. Explosions could be heard as Slovakia, damn, pop-up. Explosions could be heard as one of the planes fell from the sky in flames, and said witness Ahmed Al-Assar, who rushed to the scene with about a dozen others as an airman parachuted to the ground. Al-Assar initially thought it was an Iranian pilot, but recognized that he was American before rescuers whisked him away. Kuwait said its air defenses had accidentally shot down the jets as part of its support for the U.S. combat operation in Iran, U.S. Central Command said. You see, so we're clearly in a time of war. Let me get that. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1, and it reads, a time for, and you see the subheading, a time for everything. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Skipping down to verse 8, it says, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And we're clearly in the time of war, you know? Seeing that we got war brewing right now. We're clearly in a time to hate. The Iranians, they hate America. You know, I believe they were chanting death to America a little while ago. And we all know that the only reason why America is striking Iran is for that oil. They want that crude oil, you know? America doesn't cause war for no reason. And personally, I believe that Trump started this war because his name came up in the Epstein files, and you know if you know anything about Esau cannot be the face of anything bad. That's why recently this sleepers that's why recently this sleeper cell guy came out and attacked a bar in Texas, and from what I heard, he deleted a couple people, and it was a so-called black man with a hoodie or a shirt with a sweatshirt on that said "Property of Allah." So you know Esau's trying to demonize Islam, which you know Islam is a fake religion. It was created by the Catholic Church. But that's another lesson for another time. Esau cannot be the face of anything bad. He always tries to paint himself in a good light. So we're familiar with his evil schemes. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, and it reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He used propaganda and the media to push his agenda and to paint himself in a good light. That's why he calls himself white in the first place. When you look up the word white, it means holy, clean. You know, it gives all the good adjectives. When you look up black, which are social constructs, like Elder Malcolm brought out years ago, Esau controlled the narrative for so long with these social constructs that you got people that actually subscribe to it. People are not white and black. People are different shades of brown and different shades of red. And that's the truth. There's no such thing as white people. There's no such thing as black people. The term white was created in 1681 in Virginia, 1681 in Virginia, to cause division between the indentured servants and the slaves. Because contrary to popular belief, people don't even know that so-called white people were slaves. You know, the Irish, the Scottish, you know, they were brought over to serve the rich Edomites. You know? Let's read that in the NLT. It says, verse 11, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. Yeah. You can see that you can see that America is the culprit. America claims to being the good guy, but they start all the fights. Good guys don't start fights. They finish them. So America is being exposed as the hypocritical nation. In 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And when you look up the word perdition, it means utter destruction. So the son of destruction is nobody other than Esau. Like, who else could it be? It tells you in Job, the 9th chapter, 24th verse, that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So you clearly see that Esau, the so-called white man, is running things right now because the Lord gave him the power to. There's skipping down to verse 7, actually 6. It says, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Yeah, and that's what you see taking place right now. The wicked is being revealed. Everybody is starting to find out that the wicked is the so-called white man. You know? Especially now that we're in the information and camera age where you can't hide anything. Like one of Esau's most powerful weapons was secrecy, and you can't hide and deception. You can't hide like he can't hide like he used to, and that's why he's going to do away with the internet, because too many facts, too much dirt is coming out on this man. Too much of his dirt is coming out, so he can't move the way he used to move. You know. But yeah, like, just wanted to bring that out, blowing the trumpet. Lord's will is edified. Till next time, I'm gonna say shalom to the elect. I don't mean to cut it that short, but gotta get ready to hit the plantation. We gotta work for these devils. But not too much longer. Not too much longer. Shalom.